Glad to have you with us from Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Hey guys, checking in with the Texas head coach before the game. This is exactly what they expected when the season started. They knew they had to go to the transfer portal, and the quarterback they got has lived up to every expectation. He has shown great leadership, composure, and poise in every moment. But not only that, he has really shown that he can get it done on the field. Late in this season, he's taking them to where they thought they could go. But he has got to get off to a quick start here today to keep that momentum going. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Longhorns offense will be first on the attack. James Simon, and he'll be matched up on the other side with another guy who's one of the most productive running backs in the game.
Well, I think the reason these two teams are in the top 25, the biggest reason, is because of these running backs. These guys are electrifying. They can hurt you running it. They can hurt you catching it. They're one play away, David, from scoring a touchdown. You just hold your breath every single time these guys got the rock.
So advantage to the defense then, right? Because they practice against a great running back every day. You know, like you're used to seeing it. You're used to greatness. And to play another great running back, interested to watch which defense can adjust, which guy makes the most plays, and which guy gets bragging rights.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Longhorns decide to punt it away. Fields the punt. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense takes the field for the first time in this game. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, Dave?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him. Mess up the timing. Their chemistry and timing with this elite QB and elite receiver is really good.
Wide open spaces. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Offensive line needs to clean it up. Sack on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. It's good. Easy call for the ref. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time. Makes the grab and room to run. He's at the 50. At the 30. He's at the touchdown, Longhorn. Once he got some room, it was over.
That's That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. It didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Dogs can really attack on this second and short. Finds his man on the RPO. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Off play action on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things, it makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind. Knew where he was going with the football the whole time because the big fella, he's always open.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Run inside. It's Bowens. Knocked down immediately. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Motion from the wideout. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his target. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Georgia lining up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Turning it on! Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Back to throw, it's Croman Hope. Out wide left, it's Simon. Caught, and he's got room. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there. And the Longhorns come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Quick give, it's Simon. 9-yard pickup on the play, it's now 2nd and 1. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Right back to it. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Gonna run it. It's Simon. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Looking for running room. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Good right down the boulevard. Now up by 7 points here in the second. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Finds a spot in the middle.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Throwing right. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Second down to the air. Grabbed behind the line. It's Bowen. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Looks it in. He gets a block. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type.
Throws it deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And the Longhorns line up to punt. It's a fake. He wants to throw. Boy, that 4th down play is one they'd like to forget. He's not even close to that one as he goes out of bounds, and the defense takes over on down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Longhorns will kick it off to start the second half. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He stopped right at the 35, almost found a little room for a big return, and they get him on the ground right there. First play of this drive. Turns it upfield. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bowens. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Long way to go on second down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Caught over the middle. It's Taylor. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. Into the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Bishop. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the third. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Straight ahead, it's Wilson on the stop.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to the...
Snags it and he's open. Inside the 50. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Past the 30. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24. And this defense, its head is spinning. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Back to throw. It's Croman Hope. Quick completion on the out route. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. And the Longhorns kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And I think this is the part of the field where your alert should go up. Like, the radar should go up. These touch passes, like, to get to the perimeter. You've got the middle really secure with bigger bodies and more people.
Touchdown, Texas! They take the lead with the 6. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the runs through a man. He might have space. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Wide receiver going in motion. Selling the fake. Throws to the wideout. The sure hands, it's Taylor. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. 10. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
They'll move the wide receiver. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Short completion on first down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. Hits inside. It's Wilson. Getting that push. A pickup for 4 out to the 26. Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. Might as well run him again. He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Wilson on the carry. Uh-oh, look out. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on 2nd and long. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. Working the ground game. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? The RPO fired complete to the left. The Bulldogs take their 3rd and final timeout. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
He'll move it ahead and a good productive play on the ground. And the Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And this one to put them on top, and it is getting late. And his kick is good, his 3rd field goal of the game, and this is the one that wins it. Fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody.